So we're going to be sharing for 5 minutes. So one of the things I noticed about Scout is that she's coping with the emotions with suspiciousness and being desperate. This is because she was desperate for gum and she was suspicious about where it's from.
So that was on page 44. The one I had was the same one as that one, which put more in detail like on page 45. Like Scout lied about stealing a wad of gum, and her brother Jem said that if Scout didn't gargle her mouth, then he would tell Calpurnia, and Scout thought that she would rather take the tangy taste. I think it said tangy taste. Yeah, rather than facing another tangle with Calpurnia.
So why do you think? What emotions do you think that Jem was having in that moment? Like panic, fear,
Like both of them.
Both.
So I have something to add on to that. In the later chapter, like Scout gets really mad with Jem, and so some things happen, and it's kind of childish, and like the narrative sometimes shifts to like, why does he do that? And it's more childish instead of mature and stuff like that.
I mean, he does it to protect her, so she should be thankful.
He's like 6 years older than her.
I had actually been wondering for that signpost I collected, because I was wondering if emotions can actually change our decisions that we make, because she decided to actually gargle her mouth rather than facing Calpurnia.
Time's up.
was that 5 minutes?
Yep.
That was
Really?
5 minutes?
No, that was 1 minute and
Oh.
25 seconds. Move on to the next person.
No, we're doing 5 minutes, aren't we?
Yeah, but
Okay.
each person.
Okay, now it's Jolene's turn.
Oh,
1,
my
2,
turn?
3.
Okay. So one of my questions was that if all of her adrenaline. So remember the part during the fire where Miss Molly's house is on fire and then they were all panicking. Why do you think if all of her adrenaline and focus was like put into one place, as it said in Brainchild, why do you think that she didn't notice when Boo Radley put the coat around her, and why didn't Jem tell her?
Because she was all mixed up in panic and fear. She didn't realize anything.
Yeah, like you
That's
know
what
how the
happens.
moments, like
Noise
if you're
goes up.
reading and you're really into your book, you won't notice like
Someone like
going
be like,
on.
Armani.
Gianna, last time Gianna had to literally come up to me and she was like, Armani! to get
I've
me
had
on
to
time.
do
Yeah, same.
Okay.
It's
I
like
wouldn't
a
hear
mix
trumpet
of panic
playing.
and fear. Like you
You
can't.
need
You
to
just
stay in place.
you can't hear anything because it's like you notice something for the first
That was
time.
nice of him, right?
Yeah.
So what do we think about Boo Radley's emotions then? What do we think was
Maybe
going on
he's just
with him?
scared of coming out of his house.
Yeah.
But then why
I
would
feel
the
like he
fire bring him
felt-
out of his house?
I think he would.
Because the fire's literally in his
Because
house.
deep down, I guess that
No, it wasn't
specific
in
thing
his
about
house. It was
wrapping
in
his.
Miss Molly's.
Maybe he was worried about someone else.
No, he was probably feeling really bad, so he wanted to see the thing because it shows that he's caring actually because he wrapped the.
People
Was it
always
jacket?
used to think he's
No,
like
blanket.
scary or
Blanket.
stuff, but like you never knew him, so
You're
you
starting
can't
the
judge
timer.
him yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna share another signpost that I had. Well, I put it down here. Like Scout admired Miss Molly's 2 minute. I think 2 minutes was not supposed to be there, but the gold prongs clipped her eye teeth, and she wanted to have some eventually. And I asked Christy if that was like an emotion, but she said admiring would also be another emotion. So I thought she was admiring it, and I'm just surprised that Scout didn't feel jealous that she didn't have any. She just felt a little inspired to get some.
It's kind of like tomboyish. And Jem's just like, you're so much of a girl, and I'm just like,
Yeah, that
she
one
is a girl.
later on.
How is that an
I didn't like how he started
Sexist.
saying like you're becoming more of a girl every day. Like that one was really
She's supposed
mean.
to be.
Exactly. That's
You're
just
not-
you
That's
can't-
like
she's
saying,
6. You can't
I
turn
know
into a
what-
girl more.
It's like saying,
every day.
I know what your gender is, but don't be that gender.
Exactly.
Like, you can't.
I find it kind of
It's
sexist.
kind of discrimination.
Sexist.
There's-
Yeah,
I feel
that's
I
that
feel
other
like
one.
that's a theme of this
The other
book,
one
like,
that I had.
sexism and racism.
What I had
that's
one of
was
them.
I told Christy that too. And then
Judgment.
the other question that I had was why do characters not mind or show being affected by sexism and racism?
Because they're afraid to show their feelings to other people.
And also,
Like
right
Boo
now, I
Radley
think it's
is
normal.
hiding.
She didn't feel offended. She just tried to defend herself by saying she wasn't becoming more of a girl every day.
Because she's afraid of that she is, so she wouldn't say.
I think that Jem.
Okay.
I just want to say.
Okay,
I
restarting
think
the
that
timer.
Jem is actually scared of her becoming more of a girl each day because then that might mean that he might not have someone to play with or someone to care about.
And she probably wouldn't go on. And she probably wouldn't go on adventures with him. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So for me, I found one. It's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not gonna tell about it. It was it was one signpost, like it was Dill. It was the one that Scout was engaged to. So he ran away from his house for reasons, and he doesn't want to go back. So like I'm just wondering what happened to him. Like, what did his father feel to make him do that? Why did he do that? Like, more his father than Bill, because we know how he feels, because we see, like, Scout's point of
Do
view.
you find out at like more of the chapters?
Wait, I'm
No
just
spoilers.
wait. What do you mean engaged? I don't remember.
No,
Oh,
'cause
they
she
said
said
they're
that he was engaged, so she remembered that he was Scout remembered that he was engaged to her. No, Jill remembered
Well,
that
aren't they
were
6 years
engaged.
old?
Exactly, they're pretending like they're in a pretend
Now I
relationship. Because
remember.
then later on in the chapters it says. No, in that chapter it said, so he kissed me swiftly because they were engaged. But then afterwards it also says that
Kiss
we
me
were
when you're
planning.
6.
He told Jem, he's like, no, not Jem. I think it was someone else. The guy, the Finch guy, when they were visiting the cousins, he was saying how
We still have one
we
more.
don't
of
tell
these.
anyone, but we're planning once we're old enough to get married when we're older. To get married, they're planning to get married when they're older.
Yeah, so I guess it's okay.
Which I feel like she's a bit awkward about. Okay, do we want to do the group discussion question additional options?
We could
Sure.
do. Yeah.
Okay, let's
There's
do that.
a
Wait,
lot
let me
of
set a timer though. How much time do
do
we
those
have?
about the present and
15
discuss
minutes.
for 15 minutes.
Oh, I see.
Which paper is that one? Oh wait,
It's right here.
no, it's not. It's this paper.
So we have to talk
Oh,
for
we
15
actually
minutes.
talked about the first one on here. The how about like the stereotypes and about like their age, gender.
I don't know what
Also,
paper is.
can we just say how awful
Okay,
the
we
way
start it
the
now.
teaching is?
Oh yeah, the teaching is really awful.
And also, why do they judge them so much?
Like, what do you mean teaching?
Like, remember when
Because
the teacher
like,
told him?
one day don't be lazy.
Yeah.
And also, remember that
And
time when the teacher told her that
Scout,
she should correct your
can't
reading?
keep reading.
Yeah.
Oh, that
She
one,
can't
yeah.
keep learning how to do stuff outside of school.
Besides, Atticus, she said that Atticus wasn't the one teaching her, and I don't think so, because
find
they
it.
read every
It's
night.
not that hard. Here, you guys keep
Atticus
talking,
wasn't
I'll
the
find
one teaching her. She just
She
read
learned
with
it.
him.
It said that she learned it on the.
Every night they would read. It said that every night they would read, but she didn't.
I don't get
know
what's
how
so
to
wrong
teach
with how they're reading though.
She
I've
just-
never heard her read aloud though.
That is.
it. And she was trying to defend her father, saying that it wasn't like the racism comes again, like he wasn't defending a thing. Like I don't get what's to be ashamed about.
One of the questions I had about this, like, why does fear affect your thinking, change your thinking?
I had something similar to that, like anger. Because like Scout was so overwhelmed by anger because
It's
she's just like,
probably-
just because you're older
it's probably
doesn't mean you
because-
can control me.
Yeah, there are
Okay, I
probably like
found it.
many things that link you. Like you try to think about what could happen, like because when you have fear, you're more likely to think about the consequences or what could
I found it.
happen.
Well, I found part of it. It's on multiple pages. It says. Well, she actually it says that she actually read a really complicated book to them that they didn't understand out loud and expected them to understand it. But then she said, Miss Caroline told me to tell my father not to teach me anymore. It would interfere with my reading. And then it
But
says,
she understands, right?
yeah, and then it says, she says,
Teach
teach
me.
me. He hasn't taught me anything, Miss Caroline. Atticus ain't got time to teach me anything.
Atticus,
how did
when
she
Miss
learn?
Caroline smiled and
She's
shook her head.
6.
Well, he's so tired at night, he just sits in the living room and reads. If he didn't teach you, who did? She said good-naturedly.
But why did she say good-naturedly? Is she just pretending, or is she like?
She's probably
just
being
trying to,
sarcastic.
like,
She's
yeah.
trying to act in a nice
That's
way
probably
without.
how Scout views it because it's from her point of view, right?
Because she's only 6 years old. She doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
Unless she's like super mature or something.
I mean, I find her fair.
Yeah, she is. Except for those little temper tantrums she has.
Also, does anyone know
think
what the
I
mobile
admire-
register is? I'm sorry, this is a little off topic, but does anyone know what the mobile register is?
I think the register does.
Wait, guys, were you ever confused in the text?
I mean,
Sometimes for me.
Sometimes the abbreviations were a little weird, like the parts where there was
That
one
part
where
I
it was
didn't
just
understand.
N, like it was just the letter N and then colon before, or the thing before it. I don't know where it was, but I didn't understand what that meant.
Yeah, that part. At first I thought it meant
Yeah, there's some like
when they said
weird
Miss
humor
Maddie's
and there's a
rear
lot of
end.
swear words.
I thought
Yes.
when they said Miss Maddie's rear end, I thought that she meant the car at first, but then I realized that she
And
meant
also, why did
She-
they
the
call her
rear
the
end.
W word? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what?
Why did
The-
they call her
The
a
W word.
Wait, who called her?
H or
Lady?
Yeah. Why did they do that?
Who said that?
She called herself. No, she called the guy the cousin. That right?
No, the guy called him her
N.I.?
Nigger. I love her. And so she
That's
called.
how the old times were. Like they used to
and so
use
she
those
fought
words
back.
a lot.
And so she fought. She
She
fought
actually-
back.
She wasn't defending. I think I don't understand. Isn't she one of them though?
No, she's just fighting. She just didn't know what to be, but it seemed to really offend.
Who? Scout?
Yeah, Scout didn't know most of the words that she was shouting back, so
Well, like she heard them somewhere, and I'm just like, who passed down that language too?
Well, I mean, like, they can walk out and probably hear that, like, with the commotion in their neighborhood, and, I mean, at that age, they're at such an impression with
she
their
tried
type
to
and
like.
emotion
Yeah,
that
that reminds
once they
me.
hear something, they repeat it. Like, if you say a bad word to a kid, they're, like, a 2-year-old, for example, they're going to repeat it.
Because they
Because
wouldn't know what
Because
it
they
is.
don't know what it is.
And also,
and then
you're older
parents
than
go
them,
crazy.
so you must know more than them. You know.
I mean,
Who says I don't know more?
That
Chinese
reminded
than
me
myself?
about how she started cursing that whole week, even in front of Uncle Jack, because she didn't want to go to school anymore because they kept on teasing her father, saying Atticus did this, and she has a bad temper, so she tried to punch them, and she did. She knocked like it was bleeding with her cousin.
Scout
The laws were
reminds me
very-
of
I mean,
a-
I understand her, but she's like very violent. I don't know why.
She reminds me of a person in my old school named Destiny. She had a really
Horrible temper.
yeah.
So, it seems like we've sort of in some way covered most of these. The last one, not as much, but I was going to say, like, the laws.
Oh, a prediction I have. Wait, I have one more prediction.
Oh, you have a prediction?
So, like, at the end, like, there's something that's, like, it's kind of a spoiler. Like, it's something about the house and also
Made the Boo Radley.
Boo Radley, yeah. And so, like, when he helped, like, Scout and that, like,
Do you think that Boo Radley was the one leaving the things in the tree for them?
Yes.
yeah.
I'm
He's
sorry,
an-
I can't tell you.
I mean, they showed that he was a nice person, right?
I think he did it because when he put the blanket on top of her, it shows that he was a nice
So
person.
he might have been the one who kept on putting the things in the tree.
because he knows
And
the other people are not provided with those kind of stuff.
But
And
then
that
why
would-
would
and that would explain why Mr. Radley, if he found out, would fill the tree with cement, because then if he was worried that, because once they started, it's after they gave them the letter, gave whoever was giving it to them the letter, and so then they were trying to make contact or connection with him, and then if Mr. Radley found out, then he probably would have panicked and then do something extreme, like put cement into a tree that was perfectly healthy.
It's not Anjali's voice.
Oh yeah. So I think in the end they're gonna finally accept Boo Radley.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna get over their differences, but some of them
I
are still
think
gonna have
all
lingering
those
feelings.
all those
evidence
things that
for
people
that?
say about Boo Radley, I'm pretty sure they're rumors. Like in the beginning, I
Because
believed
they never
them.
see him.
Yeah, in
I
the
just
beginning, I believed them, but now I don't know.
You know how Christy talked about like the chemicals of like the unknown? They're probably just scared of him.
Because they
That's where
don't
the
know what's
rumors
happening.
And they usually
And
go
also,
come out of their house.
How much are
They're also
Mr. Radley
ignorant.
and Mrs. Radley like lying
Also,
about?
I'm pretty sure in the beginning it says how he, what do you call it? The gem, I think it was, when he got his arm badly broken.
I mean, I don't believe
Oh,
that they
yeah.
can go snooping around and see through other people's windows.
That's just creepy. No one does that.
Exactly.
Unless
Also,
you're like
no
a
one's
creepy child
actually
stalker.
seen any proof, and the things that they experienced, like, they heard breathing, they heard creaking, like,
How?
those are sounds that a normal house makes.
And also, what
In
you know,
that
remember
time,
how they mentioned that
during
the,
the
that the
Depression,
house
so,
is
like,
old
they're all
or
run
something?
down.
Yeah, like wouldn't they make those sounds without actually him being in it too?
Exactly.
But it started when
Like-
Dill, the guy who supposedly engaged to Scout, wanted to make Boo Radley come out, which I think means coming out of his house and trying to see them. Which means
Which
his injury
I don't-
that led to that.
I think that Atticus knows something that we don't.
Yeah, because remember
Yeah.
that time where he said they were trembling?
Oh yeah.
And he also, I don't know if you guys read up to the part where
Is there
where
anyone who is
all
a
shot
chapter
like used to
10.
have
Is there anyone who isn't past chapter 10? You're not past chapter 10?
I am.
You
Not
are?
11. No, I'm in 11. I'm in 11.
Okay, and I basically know the ending because I watched it play. Okay, so spoilers aren't that much of a worry. Just don't really go past chapter 11, right?
Okay, and then it was in chapter 11, just like the beginning, like where they used to call him old shot, something before the old shot, because he used to have the best hit in the town.
Oh, Boo Radley?
No, not Boo Radley, Atticus.
Oh.
And like he stopped afterwards, so there and there was something else going on, and he stopped. So there must have been like something going on to make him stop. Because then she didn't tell them why. I forgot her name. One of the ladies, she didn't tell the children why he stopped. There must have been an incident or something.
Maybe it was fear or something.
But also he thought, oh yeah, I remember one of them saying it was also because he thought he had more of an advantage on other things that God gave, like birds and all that, because he had the best shot.
Yeah, you know, like
So you took that for granted?
oh, you know how Atticus
Yeah, so
said
that's
that
why he stopped. Like
he used
that
to
was one
like
of the reasons
shoot
why he
things.
stopped.
Huh?
He
Yeah.
used to like shoot
Oh,
things.
that's
Like what does that come from?
he thought he had more of an advantage on the thing, so that's one of the reasons why he stopped. So,
How
yeah.
much more time in this part?
5 minutes around.
Oh, okay.
For the second part.
You guys are in part 2? Okay,
Yeah.
so in 5 minutes you'll get to recap? That
Yeah,
works.
but I think we'll start a little earlier
That's-
because we're almost done.
I think that's okay too. Sounds like you're having such an awesome convo. Sorry to
Oh yeah,
interrupt.
and recap.
We're not.
Well,
Because
it's
he's
fine.
gonna be
We
in
don't
the
have,
video.
we don't really have to recap as much because we have the video, so we can just rewatch this
Wait, are
and
we
hear
supposed to send
ourselves
this
and freak
video
out.
to like, the shoot, I think?
I think she might just watch it, but I don't know.
It's
how these
a really
go.
long
You probably
video.
have to send it to
Yeah,
me.
because this is a really long video.
Yeah.
So let's just try to keep sticking to these because I really want to get a grade.
I mean, the whole story is about sexism and racism. So
But
how
and
does
not
that
that
really the
people-
whole story. Not
I
really.
feel like it's more judgment and
taking out
tradition.
notes?
Exactly. That's why I have to go get my.
So you're. So
Do we need
throughout,
to pause it?
No.
Okay.
so throughout the story, it would be more. I mean, I think it would be more talking about racism than sexism.
Probably since like it's
It's like back then, before Martin Luther King and stuff.
actually
It wasn't that long
I mean-
ago though. It was only in like 1930. That's only 7.
I mean,
wait.
probably Martin Luther King already made his, but maybe that state didn't do anything about it.
Alabama is weird. There's a couple books I read about Alabama, and,
and
it's
also
it feels
like
very
later
racist.
on
I
in the
feel like
chapters
it's
there's a chapter where
I didn't write my name on
a
it.
black man supposedly molested this woman, but this woman couldn't give clear evidence nor could like the black man, the black man. And so I'm just wondering, is this woman trying to take advantage of him, or is he trying to take advantage of her?
Who?
But wouldn't he be too scared to do it to a white girl
Exactly,
because
because they don't have that much right.
That's mine. Exactly.
it's like he could literally get arrested and sent to jail for like 500
Oh wait, no, that one is mine. Because that one has your name.
Because like white people had so much like authority back then.
They had more advantages because skin color was a big thing. I don't know why.
I wonder who even started that racism.
Want us to move on to reflections for now?
So, I am the recap. So, I'm gonna jot down the takeaways or big ideas. So you guys have to help me.
Also, so there's a thing that
Exactly, but then.
There's like the part where the gum and stuff.
can I just say something really quick?
Ah,
So there was a part where it said I don't remember where it is in the book. I have to find it, but it said that there was a case that he had about a African American man, and it was obvious that he was innocent. Yet he still had to try super hard to defend it. Yeah.
Because
And then he's black man. Can I keep it?
like the
and
girl
so and so Scout asks why if he was gonna win it, like if his dad was gonna win the case, and if Atticus was gonna win the case, and Atticus said no, and
you
said no, it's her. I'm sorry. Okay, please and said no. So why do we think that he would defend it if he knew he was gonna lose? And if he knew he was gonna lose, why not try? Why have that like attitude that you are going to lose?
Because he knows he can't win anything because he's a black man.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Atticus is white.
No, he's black.
Yes.
No, I thought he was white because they said that
Atticus
because they
white.
were white. Because no, remember how Boo Radley had the gun because he said there were white things around. I don't want to say the word, the N word. White
And I word.
N-word.
No, it was because that was because
He's like mixed, probably.
no, it's because he was talking about the African American man who came by because he shot his gun, and the rumor was that that it scared that man so much that he turned pale. Like you know how sometimes when you get really frightened, like the blood will drain from your lips
you
or
don't-
like your face, and then you get super pale.
Who?
Atticus?
Jem got pale.
No. It was the person. It was some African American
No, I'm
man.
I'm talking about the one where he got stuck
around
on
a
the
minute
fence. Where you know how he got stuck on the fence when they were trying to run away? He said that they were whoever one was the white the NI word, and that one was the one. So they're probably white.
I mean, they're probably mixed.
They are white.
But then why wouldn't Atticus have face? Like, they said that he doesn't belong anywhere.
Maybe he
He's
doesn't
probably,
have.
he's probably
maybe-
a mix or something.
But right now he
You
belongs in both.
You know, you remember when they said that he gave up his big shot thing? That was probably why. Maybe that's the reason why he thinks he isn't going to
So
win. 'cause
our
something
question
happened
could be:
back then.
are they white, dark, or mixed? That could be a question we have.
It's mostly just about racism.
You hear that?
How
Yes, I heard that thing.
it's
Is there
probably
music coming from your computer?
No.
there.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
See? There's a symbol.
Yes.
Wait, what is that?
What? Where is that coming from?
Let's just continue. It was there the whole time.
We're sorry. There are technical difficulties. And
So
we do not know what's
So
going
the
on.
recap.
There's music playing.
It's okay. It's probably just part of the.
Oh, we've been talking for 22 minutes?
Yeah, we've been talking for a
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to reflections.
I mean,
So
sometimes-
question
Okay,
was-
so should we stop the video and
No, we
reflect?
reflect.
Do we reflect? Okay.
Is Atticus and his family?
Okay, 5 minutes starting. Okay, so the recapper will summarize what your group discussed, and each of you will add your recap to the back of this handout. Okay, so
we're
let's
gonna-
see
wait,
what
so are we
Yeah,
recapping right
recapper.
now, or we
What? We're
reflecting?
recapping,
Okay.
and then we're reflecting.
Okay.
Or a mix, right?
Yeah.
So that's a question that we have.
Yeah, because I feel like
Our big idea was we realized that this book was a lot about racism and sexism, and these are themes too. And also our question was Atticus and his family, are they white, African American, or a mix?
and does this have to do with their cases?
And also, wait, I don't think they're gonna hear us if we do that.
No, but here I can try to fix it.
No, it's